So let's have a look at the Dogtra tracking unit as opposed to the Garmin tracking unit and the difference between them. So we've got the Dogtra Pathfinder and we've got the Garmin Alpha 200i with the TT15X track and train collar. So the main difference between the two is that the Dogtra unit does have an extra piece to it. So you have your track and train collar and you have a receiver, okay? And then what you need is to use your mobile phone and the Pathfinder app, the Dogtra Pathfinder app on your mobile phone as your mapping screen. And it also has from that app all of your menus to provide your stimulation, set up your geofences, do your training, track from your mapping. So essentially the extra piece on this Dogtra unit is the phone screen. Now with the phone screen there, the maps are slightly different. They use more of like a Google Earth type mapping system on it, okay, which some people prefer, as opposed to the topographical maps on the Garmin units. So with the Garmin unit, the Alpha 200i is essentially the receiver and your screen in the one unit. So it takes away that extra piece out of the system that the Dogtree unit has, and you're using your Alpha 200i as your mapping screen. That also allows you to provide your training functions, tracking. You can essentially save all your hunt maps and things like that to this unit. So essentially it's doing the same job as your mobile phone in this case. So it just really depends on how you prefer to do your tracking. A lot of people like this unit because they don't have that extra piece, and it also preserves the battery life in their phone because they're obviously not using their phone as that important piece of their tracking unit. Some people always have their phones on them, so they'll use this unit here because having the phone on them all the time, it just makes it simple for them to have that piece to the puzzle. So that's the main difference between the two. Essentially they do have the same features, the same tracking capabilities, the same amount of dogs can be tracked on these two units. They both have geofence functions as well, so it just depends on whether you want just the handpiece and the collar, or you don't mind having the extra part to the puzzle, which is the mobile phone as your mapping screens in the Dogtra case.